pickup truck. I think he looked up the amperage output and it was around 50 amps or so. However, I'm not exactly sure. This here, what's this gonna represent? Right, so this is gonna represent the light on the dash. So when the light comes on the dash, when the alternator's not charging, okay, that's what this is. Okay, so we have that, and that was in the circuit, and it's on a 10 amp fuse, so we put a fuse holder in there with, let's see, hopefully he put the correct fuse, with a 10 amp mini fuse in there, yep, so that's good, all right. This is connected to key power, so we're gonna hook this up to a switch. We ended up using this push button switch that we used to start, so when we wanna do this, we're just gonna hold in on this, and that's gonna represent turning the key to the run position. Okay, so we got that. The positive cable. The positive cable is going to be connected to the the output stud. So the alternator starts to make electricity. We go from 12.6 to 13.5. The power flow is going to flow out this back stud. It's going to flow through this fuse into this cable and back into the battery. All right. So we tried this last night and it actually worked. So let's see if we can represent that. So I'm going to hook this up, but we also took this. This is a lock switch out of the Nissan that we're going to use and this is typical alternator wiring. The power wire that goes to, that tells the alternator. So this wire here, what windings did we talk about yesterday that are on the rotor? What were they called? So there's two different windings. One starts with an F, one starts with an S. The field winding. So the field winding, so this wire here is going to go in and it's going to go down to the brushes. And the slip ring. Key's off, engine's off, okay? So when I turn the key to the run position, okay, what should this light do with the key off, with the engine not running? Okay, it's on because we're not charging. We have no electricity flowing back into the battery, okay? We can verify, you want to verify a couple things. So if you suspect that the alternator is not operating, you need to verify a couple things. Does it have a ground? Okay? In modern automobiles, the main thing you are looking for is resistance and the quality and the integrity of the ground. So, is it grounded? So either the alternator is going to be grounded through the bracket that it's bolted to, or it's going to have a specific ground wire. Normally, because of the importance of this piece of equipment, it will have its own ground wire to make sure that it has a path back to the battery, okay? Make sure the ground's good. You're going to make sure that you have power at the return stud. So I'm going to turn this on. First thing, what should we do? What's the first thing we check? So, if we have a wire going directly from the battery to the rear stud on the alternator, how much voltage should we have there? 12.6. Look at you there. Okay. 12.6. Okay. Now, we have one wire on the top that's supposed to have voltage when the key's on. So I'm going to cheat. I'm going to check it here because it's open, but normally you would back probe it up here. Turn the key to the run position. Okay. Lights on. Let's check there. Okay, we have voltage there as well. Okay, a little less, so we have a little bit of a resistance in there. Could have something to do with our connections here, but okay. So the alternator has everything it needs to operate. So if it doesn't operate, what has to be wrong? Yeah, something wrong inside the alternator. See, then, don't make it more complicated than what it is, okay? So, I want to test alternator output. Check it at the alternator. Make sure that we have voltage at the alternator, because maybe the alternator is working, but this wire's not good. You don't want to put, like in my car, a 300, or that was my cost. You don't want to put a $600 alternator on a car if you have a bad wire. That would be bad. because a wire is a lot cheaper to fix than putting a $600 alternator in place, okay? So what do we have to do now to make this alternator? How come it's not producing any voltage now? So we have battery voltage, right? What do we have to do with the alternator to make it make more than battery voltage? Turn it, we have to spin it, right? We're gonna do that with this. All right? You can spin it in either direction. Doesn't make a difference, okay? It will produce voltage in both directions. I'm actually not sure what direction it turns on this, so I'm gonna turn it normal clockwise direction. So I'm gonna step this way. This what should happen to the voltage there. Yep. Ready? Uh-oh. Didn't go up. What did I not do? All right, I didn't turn the key on. All right? So here's our light. All right, look what we got. Okay, 12.75. Now, that's not 13.5. Why can't we get it to 13.5? What do we have to do with it? We have to spin it faster, right? Okay, this drill is not going to turn this fast enough. Something else I want you to notice. Listen to the drill when I turn it without giving it any power and without this producing any electricity. See how fast that is? If I hold this button on, listen to it now. Right? It's producing electricity. It's got much more of a load on it. Okay? If I go the other way, it should produce electricity. 12.75, 12.83, 86. Whoops, skipped it a little bit. Okay? This alternator works.